extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about irresponsible, one-sided news stories
plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has
been really dangerous to our democracy.
What's going on? What's going on? All right, you know what time it is. You know what rhyme it is. I'm your gracious host, A6. We're live and direct, live and effective this Sunday night. Weather wasn't too bad this weekend, man. It kind of it had its moments, but it wasn't disastrously bad like everybody expected it to be. You know, a lot of people said they thought it was going to snow. It actually rained over the weekend. I got a chance to jet out to the comedy club, check out Corey Holcomb. Dude is off the chain. That was cool. So I did that this week, and that was a nice little thing to do type deal. Got to check out the movie everybody was telling me about on Netflix. How many of you guys saw that movie, Leave the World Behind? It's basically one of those Netflix, you know how they put out like a movie that does like number one on Netflix, and everybody's talking about it for the next couple weeks or 3 weeks, and there's memes coming out on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all of that stuff. So I checked the movie out, and man, how much symbolism was in that movie. Man, it was a whole lot of symbolism in that movie, man. Like, it was sixes everywhere. There was so much blue. Like, I don't think there was one scene in that movie that somebody wasn't wearing blue or a car wasn't blue or something like that. It was heavily focused on blue. And one of the first things I had noticed when I saw the credits was Michelle and Barack Obama had executive producers, I think. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole lot of symbolism. It was all seeing eyes were all inside the movie. They were vertical, you know, they were hidden. They were everywhere. It was so much symbolism in that movie. But the one thing that really jumped out to me primarily was how many sixes, and they were cleverly hidden. So when the guy, what the hell was his name? The guy that was in Training Day, Ethan Hawke, I think that's what his name is, or something like that. But he was laying on the bed, and like the clock was partially covered so that a 6 was showing. And then he had a 76ers mug, which the number 76 it kept showing up in that movie. And the only thing I could think of that could relate to 76 was 1776. You know what I'm saying? First Constitution and all that stuff was created. Independence Day and all that type of thing. 13 original colonies, 1776 type deal with the symbolism. So that's one of the things I did notice, that there was a whole lot of sixes, 76. They would do like 11, the clock a few times. There was 2 different times the clock read 11:16. You know what I'm saying? So if you take 11:16, 111 is 3, and then a 6. So it's 3 sixes. You know what I'm saying? So that was popular in the movie. You know, there was just a whole lot of symbolism. And you know what I'm saying? When the society collapsed, so to speak, and they had went to, the guy wanted to go to his neighbor. I'm not going to give you all the details of the movie because I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, let's just say somebody wanted to go to somebody for help, and that other dude was like, yeah, kick rocks. That shit ain't happening. So, you know, it was one of them things where they basically were talking about a power outage, and supposedly it was a few parties were involved. Not parties, but a few countries were behind that power outage. Like a grid attack, if you would. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, it was a great movie, man. So I highly suggest all of you guys taking a look at it. It's definitely worth a watch. It's about 2 hours, 16 minutes long. But yeah, it's a lot of symbolism, a lot of stuff you can pick up on in the movie. Who we got in the chat? My man Fred Mitchell. What's good, Fred? What it is? Civic Maker, he getting that attendance back up. What up, Civic Maker? What's good with you? Truth is here. What it is? What up, dear? What's good? What's good? Immortal Errant, what's up? What's up? Alfonso, what's good? My man Jared in the house. Yes, sir. Mike Lentini. Yes, sir. What up? What up? Mounting Flames here. Got the usual suspects in here. Not sure what is going on. I got a new laptop and can't find this show on YouTube. When you click on live, newest video is 4 months old. Really? Are they jerking me around? Yeah, I'm not surprised, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people say when they put the A6 grind time in the search engine, it don't even pop up like, you know, some bull crap would. And it's not really because of the views, because, you know what I'm saying? We making moves out here. I've seen Corey several times. You know, Corey Holcomb is crazy, bro. That dude he's a wild dude, man. Listen, oh my God, I can't even say half of the stuff on here that he was saying. He's a wild dude. Yeah. Man, I don't do TV much at all, but I've heard about it mentioned a lot recently. Yeah, I don't listen, and this is why I'm at with it. I don't watch like regular television, but if somebody keeps telling me I gotta check something out, I'll go ahead and check it out. You know what I'm saying? I'll go ahead and watch it. And all week, all I've been hearing people been emailing me, yo, you see that movie? People been hitting me up privately, yo, you should do a coverage on that movie, Leave the World Behind type deal. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and checked it out. But yeah, you guys should watch it because, again, you know, it's good to be aware and to ignore a lot of, you know what I'm saying, distractions and stuff like that. But at the same time, you don't want to be blind. You got to pay attention to everything. And that's kind of the delicate balance we have when we start learning and we start applying. We have to make sure we don't become completely ignorant. You know, it's good to know what's going on. So when you go and watch something, you got to pick up on all the signs. You know, you don't just necessarily ignore everything unless it's a situation where, you know, you don't know what to look for. You know what I mean? But once you really start to learn and see what the signs are, you got to pay attention to stuff like that. But yeah, you got to pay attention to it. You know what I mean? 7 is divine, 6 is earthly. Okay. Which is interesting because the 76ers is the Philadelphia 76ers, you know, with that number being the name of their team, that's probably got a whole lot to do with it. You know, if you take a look at the Chicago Bulls logo and you flip the logo upside down, you'll actually see like a priestess reading a book on an altar type deal. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these symbols and these teams and stuff like that, you know, all have like hidden meanings. What up, King? What's good? What's good? Suspects, eh? It's just a term. I don't read too deep into it. Do you have RES to call suspicion of crime? Point taken. You know what? Let me change that. The usual people involved. You know what I'm saying? That's a good question. Hey, I'm not a cop. I'm not a cop. What's good, Gortra? What's up? What's up? What's up, Eric? What's good? Yeah, it's just crazy to me. But look in the FARA. That's the hint. What is FARA? FARA, what is that? What is that? All right. So let's get into it, man. So I got a few things we need to cover. Where do we start? Let's start on a high note, man. Let's talk about some money. Let's talk about some actual money. Okay? Let's talk about some constitutional money. All right. So this gentleman has something called Goldbacks. Now I heard about these, but I never really delved deep into them. But apparently, this guy's walking around like some kind of expo, and he's actually spending lawful money, and he's asking people, "Do you accept Goldbacks?" And surprisingly, a lot of people accepting them. Let's peep out how my man is moving here.
So as it melt that down, there's real gold in there.
Yeah, if you melt that down, you'll end up with a bead of gold.
Wow. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Atlas Survival Shelters. Today we're going to be going back to the 2022 Be Prepared Expo in Sandy, Utah, where we tag along with Ron as he tries to buy every single item that he possibly.
By the way, fair use, fair use. I'm calling it right now, fair use. If it's out there, I got the right to share it and talk about it. So we're going to discuss fair use.
Can using nothing but Goldbacks. Yeah, that's right, Goldbacks. And if you didn't know what Goldbacks were, there is actual gold infused into these pieces of paper. So every Goldback is $4. Let us know down in the comments if you've ever used one of these or if you just didn't know about it. Now let's go back to Ron and see how successful he was.
Hey, will you take Goldbacks for the puppy? You will?
I sure will.
Really? Oh, I wish I could get one. What do you think, big guy? You're so pretty.
Yo, that dog is sitting there and watch these people offer money for his babies. Yo, that's got to be a traumatizing experience, man. At the end of the day, it's still a bond between the mom and the and the children, man. That's thinking about it, yo. That's wild. Like, bro, you just gonna buy my son and my daughter's type deal? That's crazy.
That's the daddy to all these little puppies right here. All right, so now we're gonna get some food. Oh, you guys got Mountain House. Excuse me. Hey, you guys take Goldbacks?
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
How much is a box of the chicken tetrazzini? That's my favorite right there.
It's about after
This one
tax.
right here.
After tax is about $54.
54, and you'll take Goldbacks?
Sure.
My man
At the
said
show?
chicken Tetris.
Okay. All right, let's do it. Okay. All right, so let me get my Goldback. See, I got a Goldback wallet. Isn't that pretty? Have
That's
you seen those before?
That's amazing.
Okay, so $54 in Goldbacks is. I hope I can make change. Hope I didn't spend it all. A 25 is 100. So I've got fives. That's like 40.
All right, so what I noticed about the Goldbacks when you hit the website and check what the value is, all right, so you would multiply the value of whatever Goldback that you're looking at, you would multiply it by 4. So if a Goldback had a 25 on it, if you multiply that by 4, that's 100 Federal Reserve notes. If you take a Goldback with a 1 on it, that's 4 Federal Reserve notes. You take a Goldback with a 10 on it, that's 40 Federal Reserve notes. You take one with 100 on it, that's 400 Federal Reserve notes. So that's the exchange rate basically for the gold. You know what I'm saying? So it's a pretty easy to use system. It's not really one of those things that's super complex. Surprisingly, even here in Maryland, which is a Democratic state, and I've talked to a couple people about these, and they was like, hell yeah, I would take those. I didn't even know those existed, but I definitely take a Goldback for whatever, you know, services or whatever like that.
Here's 2 fives.
Okay.
That's 10. That's $40, and then these are $4 a piece, and that's so we need to get out 13 Goldbacks, which would be $52, and then another one is $56. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Yep,
Okay.
totally.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Awesome. Woo-hoo.
Got it. So, do you have a bag to put them in or anything?
Yeah, I can get you back.
Hey, I'm back. Hey, listen, I want to get one of these water purifiers because I put water in my bomb shelters. Will you guys take Goldbacks?
Yeah.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay, and how much are these?
They're $15 more.
15 bucks. All right, hold on a second. Yeah, that'd be 4 Goldbacks is $16. Can I get change?
Yep.
Okay, hold on a second. So, how many is that? Is that 2 or 3?
That's 2.
They stick together. There's 3.
So this says over 300 businesses in Salt Lake City, Utah accept Goldbacks. That's fire. That is fire.
And is that 4?
Yep.
Okay, there's 4. All right, dollar change. So you see it's $15. I give them 16 in Goldbacks. I get $1 back.
Would you like a bag with it?
I'm sure. And I'll close up my little wallet here. Well, thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you.
And that was from Ion. Hey, do you guys take Goldbacks for your chili?
Of course we do.
Do you really?
No.
You don't? Okay.
Now you can peep the color of her hair, and you could pretty much, decisively make a determination what she was gonna say before she opened her mouth. Her hair and the other one's size, I would say, tell you what side of the fence they're playing on. The people that you know what I'm saying, liberals, more than likely, liberals have no idea about any of that stuff for the most part. They don't know even. They think gold is only probably for jewelry. So that's probably why that she said no.
Okay. Sir, I saw that you were liking my gun over there. Are you I guess you're a veteran?
Yes, sir, I am. 23 years Air Force.
Would you like one of my rifles?
I would love one of your rifles.
Well, I brought you one.
Well, thank you, sir. I love
You're
it.
welcome. We appreciate your service.
Thank you, and thank you for supporting us veterans.
I'm going to go for a big ticket item. I sure love your stoves. I was checking them out yesterday. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Hey, would you take Goldbacks for one of them stoves?
You bet.
Really?
Let's do it.
I got my eye on this one right here. It's what, $200? So what's that? That's 50 Goldbacks. Wow, these are nice. They're so cute too. I don't know which one to get on. So that's 150. This one's 150. This one's like 150, I guess, as well. How much is this one?
200. These are show specials though, Ron.
And that's got a window on it too.
Yeah, that's got the big viewing window on the side, so you can really watch the fire.
Why some got short legs and some got long legs?
Well, there's 2 main styles we do. We do the Woodlander style that has the 3 legs, and then Nomad with the 4 legs. And we do have a leg extension kit for this, but just 2 different styles, and legs all fold up flat underneath.
And it comes with all this air pipe?
Yep, it comes with all this pipe. And then everything like the double wall pipes and ovens, water jackets, those are all separate accessories.
What's this thing here on the side?
So this is where you can boil some water.
Oh, really?
You put water in there, you can boil it right there.
Okay.
In the spigot.
I'll do this. The same price, 200?
200.
Oh, well, let's do it. All right, hold on a second. My Goldback wallet and what I got left in here. I got 50s. I got a 25. I got a 10. I'm out of 5s because I done spent them all. But you're going to get my big one, which is my 50. Well, you can feel how heavy that is, too. See how heavy that is?
That is heavy.
Yeah, that's cool, and it's pretty.
That's the first time I've ever held a gold bag. That's cool.
Well, if you put 20 of those together, you got 1 troy ounce of gold. So that weighs 1/20th of a troy ounce of gold.
So as it melt that down, there's real gold in there.
Yeah, if you melt that down, you'll end up with a bead of gold.
Wow. How do they do that? Where is it? Is it in there?
Well, watch it on YouTube. They actually
Okay.
put it on with a computer and all kinds of crazy stuff,
Okay,
but it's
okay.
pretty cool.
Well,
Well, let me
cool.
get you
That's
my
cool.
address to send me this one, too. That is freaking
Okay, I'm
awesome.
gonna
I
do
love
it.
it. I can heat
All right.
water and everything. We're going to put this in my showroom.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is going to make
All
the
right.
showroom.
All right.
I've been thinking a lot.
You take Goldbacks for your tent?
Always.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I've got Goldbacks here, but I don't think I have enough of them to buy a tent. Thank you.
Yeah.
See if I can get me a Trump hat.
Oh, excuse me.
Where'd the guy go? Howdy.
Hello.
Hey, will you take a Goldback for a bumper sticker?
Gold bag.
Yeah. That's $4, but it's 1/1000th a troy ounce of gold. He's thinking about it. Will you take a Goldback for a toilet paper lid? It's real gold.
Not right now. I don't.
Not right now?
Cash it.
All right, you don't know what it is, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. Well, I wanted me a toilet paper lid, or potty lid for your little cubicle there. Yeah, that's 2. So the toilet paper guy will. And the chili lady won't take Goldbacks. Potassium iodide. Well, that's what you need for nuclear fallout, isn't it? You guys take Goldbacks?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
How much is it?
38 for 2. 2 for 38.
2 for 38? Go ahead and grab those 2 Goldbacks. That's basically equivalent of $40. So you owe me $2?
All right.
Alrighty. Okay, I appreciate it.
No
All right.
problem.
Well, thank you very much. That's from Nutri.
Yeah, this is for Nature's Fusion.
I appreciate it. Oh, get me some beef jerky. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man.
Hey, do you take Goldbacks?
Yes, I do.
You do? How much for this jerky?
$4.
Hold on a second. Let me get that for you. I got to do this all with one hand, guys. All right, grab one Goldback out of there. There you go. Just a 1. All right. So that is like $4. So it's even, Steven?
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay. Thanks a lot. I came back. I want to get one of these. Hey, they'll take Goldbacks, right?
Yeah, we do.
You do? Okay. How much are these?
These are $80 for
$80. All right. And you'll take Goldbacks.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on a second. All right. So it's $80. So $80 and Goldbacks is that would be 20 Goldbacks. So let me see if I got 2 10s. Okay. This is a 10. Here's a 10 and 2 5s.
Perfect.
Okay, that's 80. All right, so you got $80 there. Well, that's you got 20 Goldbacks.
Yep.
That's $80.
$80.
All right,
yep.
deal?
Deal. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
And there you have it. Everything Ron was able to get away with purchasing using only Goldbacks. And if you didn't know, Goldbacks are accepted in over 300 locations in Utah, Nevada, and New Hampshire, with Wyoming following close behind. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed seeing Ron get away with purchasing all of these cool items. And a huge shout out to the sponsor of this video, moneymetals.com. Make sure you check them out. And of course, while you're there, pick you up some Goldbacks.
All right. So my man was walking around a little convention and he was buying things with Goldbacks. He was buying things with money, basically. You know what I'm saying? Which is very interesting. You know, very interesting indeed. Now, I'm not sure how many people would take those Goldbacks in Democratic states or blue states. You know what I'm saying? But you could probably do something like that for a barter for private transactions, theoretically. All right, where we at with the comments? Hello, family friend. What up, Frog Dog? What's good? The Foreign Agent Registration Act. Okay. Something I need to look into. Let me write that down. There we go. Registration Act. Cool. Good looking out on that. Only in Nevada and Utah right now. Well, shit, you can get them online and you can do a lot of different things with them. Even if it's not like public transactions. You know what I'm saying? Private transactions, just like you could trade, you know, if you got a neighbor that has, you know, you let's say you need some goddamn apples or something like that, and they wanted some rock salt or some Himalayan salt, you could trade it like that. That's a form of barter too. You know what I'm saying? So it would really be the same thing. Maybe worth looking into. Never heard of it. The rate is now $4.28 per 1 UDS. Gonna have to get me some Goldbacks. Yo, you already know what's up, man. You know, you can also do the grams. Remember, I told you you can actually get the gold grams offline too. You can buy 1 gram of gold. And I'm not sure what the price is now. It might be up to like $30 or $40 or something like that for 1 gram of gold. You know what I'm talking about? You got, you know, one of those carriers of gold that you can carry like 24 of them. You know, you got a nice little piece of change right there. Goldbacks could be pretty much universal barter material. Federal Reserve is a joke, right? 100%. It's just one of those things where people don't really know about it like that. You know what I'm saying? And you already know if it really started to become effective, amongst people, the government would try to come in and regulate it like they did with the polymer 80s and all that stuff. The same way they do all that stuff, which we're going to get into ghost stuff later, because all ghost stuff really means is the government is not getting their cut. That's all it really means for the most part. And we're going to see why in a second. Okay, because we heard about how New York is moving with their taxes on people. What is it, congestion taxes or something like that? You got to pay $15 a day per time you come up and down that road. $15 or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a tax. It's all Article 1. They're regulating commerce. You know what I'm saying? So when these people are out here slipping and sliding, they getting their cut. And if these people are not getting their cut, then it's ghost stuff to them. That's what I'm noticing. That's what it is. Because there's 3 different incidences where they've used that word, and it basically means, hey, we can't tax you. You're not letting us tax you type deal. That was a hard stove, though, wasn't it? Price wasn't bad either. On some real stuff, that stove, it actually had a spot you can boil water to. That might be something good for y'all to grab up just in case SHTF. You know what I'm saying? Have one of them stoves where you can still, cook your food and all that stuff, and you can boil water. Everything he was getting, he even had the anti-radiation pills too. That'll help get rid of fallout. He sells them at Amazon. Okay. What is it called? What is the name of it? Of the stove? Oh, I like the Goldbacks as well. Yeah, man, Goldbacks is the way. I'm telling you. Water purification, just one use. Utah recognizes Goldbacks in many commercial settings, even in places you might believe they won't, but they'll only talk privately about them. And that's the way it should be, to be honest. That's the way it should be, because at the end of the day, it's no real way to tax them joints. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might be able to tax you their initial purchase of them, but once you start bartering privately, there's no tax in the private. Ain't no way. It's no tax. You know what I'm saying? I heard of Goldback, but not actually seen it. Interesting. It's fire, man. It's fire. What up, Tony? What's good? What's good? Midwest bringing out the gold again. Yeah, man. Listen, it's very interesting to see how some of these places in the United States of America move. The several states, how they move. You know what I mean? Like, we can learn in some of these other states where us indigenous people are at. We can learn a lot from them. We can. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'll be telling y'all, man. Yo, we gotta break down that bull crap color line, yo, because there's so much we can learn from each other. You know? Try that in Atlanta. What you mean try that in Atlanta? You talking about the Goldbacks? How you think that would happen in Atlanta, Civic Maker? You think they'd be like, hell no, I ain't taking that. Listen, to be honest, I don't know anybody in their right mind that's not like a liberal that wouldn't take gold. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody knows that gold has a value. You know, everybody knows that gold, even people that don't fully comprehend exactly what's going on, they know that gold is the business. Facts. Federal Reserve knows always fluctuating. Yeah, gold and silver actually fluctuates a lot slower than Federal Reserve notes do. You know what I'm saying? They move around a lot slower. That's why a lot of people say, yeah, put your money in gold when the economy's hard. Put your money in gold. That way it don't, you don't lose a whole lot of value frequently. You know what I'm saying? And you can hop in different stuff. That's why they put their money in silver and gold and precious metals and stuff like that. Side note, when they put silverbacks back out, buy them. Yo, silverbacks is actually out. They actually have silverbacks out right now. I actually saw a few of them. Silverbacks, they're a thing. They actually are out there. Silverbacks are out there. Yes, that is a fact. They sold out when the pandemic hit. That's interesting. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Now, listen, you can still do like the Wing Eagle silver coins as well. You know what I'm saying? You can still do those, and you can still do the grams of silver. If you can't afford the gold, you can always get the cheaper grams of silver. And I told y'all to get on the AppMax so you can see exactly what the value's trading for, just to have it. You know what I mean? I got the AppMax app right here. Told y'all to grab that. And it'll tell you right on the face exactly what everything is going for, man. So silver, if you were to get grams of silver, damn, that went up. Wow. Yeah, silver 77 per gram, 77 cents per gram. And per ounce is 24.09. So like if you get yourself one of those silver winged eagle, USA silver coins, yeah, they go for 24.09 per ounce. And a kilo, 1 kilo of silver is 774.51. So silver is a little more of a cost-effective you know what I'm saying, move for those of us who ain't really balling like that. But if you really got money, you can get 1 kilo of gold for $65,000. Or 1 gram. Yeah, 1 gram of gold. Yeah. Yeah, 1 gram of gold is $65.38. So after that, for $40, it's $65.38 for 1 gram of gold. And then 1 ounce of gold is $2,000 right now. So, yeah. And also, it'll keep you updated on the market news in terms of gold and silver, too. You know, what the Federal Reserve is doing, that affects the price. You know what I'm saying? The way crypto and all that stuff is moving, it also affects it. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff, it's all currency. It all affects each other. Goldbacks, the Fed will soon scoop them up. But you know what's interesting? If the Fed scoop up goldbacks, you know what I mean? They would have to go back to the gold and silver standard, the gold standard and the silver standard. You know what I mean? If they decided to get involved with it, just like they trying to get involved with the cryptocurrency, if they decided to go, ham with that, and they're only gonna do it if the people really get behind it. Like, oh, okay, y'all want to mess with crypto. All right, we need to get involved with crypto. Oh, y'all want goldbacks. All right, cool. We need to, you know what I'm saying? So that's how they really move for the most part. That's what it looks like anyway, according to how they've been moving in the past. Supposedly the reevaluation of currency going to happen soon. I kind of sense that, Jared. I can kind of, it's one of those things you can kind of sense it. You're watching everything else that's happening. You get flagged when you buy over 28K in gold. Absolutely. Listen, yo. Those people know what's up. You know what I mean? They know what's up. And I don't even think you can take gold or silver coins overseas. You probably get grilled by it. You definitely can't bring them in the country. If you were to go to like Africa or something, like, because I know a guy that was telling me a story about that. He was like, yo, if you go to like Africa, you can only bring it back as jewelry, and you have to like melt it down or something like that later on if you decide to. But if you decide to bring coins, try to bring coins, you can't bring them into the country. You can't bring coins or bullion, gold and silver into the country. They won't let you. Silver is for gentlemen and ladies. Gold is for kings and queens. Word. Nasara was made public in South Carolina. What is Nasara? What is Nasara? Bartering is for everyone else. 10K cash one person and they'll take it. Yes, indeed. But all right, let's move on, shall we? Let's continue. Let's talk about the government declaring them not getting their cut is ghost endeavors. So this one is very interesting. This caught my attention because anytime they start talking about ghost guns, ghost cars, ghost kitchens, there's always a word for something that they can't regulate. Now peep it out.
As the 2020s have progressed, delivery apps like Uber Eats, Postmates, Grubhub, and DoorDash have exploded in popularity. And if you use these apps frequently, you've probably had an experience just like me since COVID started. You're not in the mood for anything particular that night, so you scroll through restaurant after restaurant looking for something that'll catch your eye. And one restaurant finally does. But not because it's what you're in the mood for. It's because something about this restaurant feels off. The app says it's 0.1 miles away, but you don't recall ever passing this store or seeing its storefront. And the pictures on the app don't look like a local restaurant near you. They almost look like stock photos. Even the restaurant name doesn't seem like a local family restaurant. It feels like something that would be on a neon sign in a white millennials taco restaurant. Something like Taco Bout It, or Love Tacos, or You're Tacoing Me Crazy. Now, some people might already be aware, as I was, of what these restaurants are. But when I decided to make a video on it, the rabbit hole kept sinking deeper and deeper. So today, I want you to follow me down this rabbit hole of food and restaurants. But I must warn you, it's sticky. So bring a baby wipe or some hand sanitizer or stand next to the sink and keep washing your hands. Something called a virtual rent or non-commercial premises that prepares food ordered online for delivery directly to customers, which is a true definition, but also doesn't sound like anything specific to me or give me a clear picture of what their business is. However, as I've been researching this video, I've boiled down ghost kitchens coming in mainly 3 different forms. Some take place in something called a virtual restaurant kitchen. Others make their food in mobile trailers, and some are in existing restaurants. But I want to start with virtual restaurant kitchens. So a virtual restaurant is a restaurant that exclusively sells through delivery apps. The actual building it's made in is a virtual restaurant kitchen that houses many virtual restaurants. And nothing showcases one of these places better than this TikTok I found from a guy named Clayton who is delivering for Uber Eats.
So this is what is called a ghost kitchen. It is a select set of restaurants that are featured. The food's cooked here. As an Uber Eats driver, you come up here, you select your restaurant. Mine was supposed to be Drunken Dumpling. And then my order was Omar here. And what's crazy is then, for right now, I'm waiting. There's your order board. And then once that's ready, one of these lockers will unlock and the food will be ready. And this will become our future. I mean, it's already our present, but this will become like all food. Great. Yay, future technology.
Now, there are definitely cases of one person owning a virtual restaurant kitchen, but these places are mainly owned by tech startups. So there is a chance that a pizza place that you get delivery food from and a Chinese food place that you also get delivery food from are not 2 separate restaurants, but one kitchen owned by the same company. But I started to wonder how common these places actually were. Could I find one near my neighborhood? And I did. I won't be showing the address, but I sat down at my computer to look at delivery apps until I found a specific address that had multiple restaurants in it. And if you look here, as I started to go through just Uber Eats as an app, I started to find that this address had a lot of restaurants in it. If I were to ask you what you thought a lot of restaurants running out of one kitchen would be, it kind of depends on how familiar you are with ghost kitchens and virtual restaurants. So you might be thinking, I don't know, 2 is a lot of restaurants. Potentially 4. Could it be like 5 or 6? So I counted the individual restaurants on Uber Eats that came up for this specific address. And I found 10 restaurants running out of the same kitchen. Does that sound like a lot of kitchens to you? Because if it doesn't, I lied. There are 20 restaurants running out of this one location. And if you're thinking to yourself, that's not that many, I lied again. There are 30 restaurants running out of this single location. And one final time, I lied again. There are 44 restaurants on Uber Eats that all share this one address. And you have food places ranging in completely different cultures and food types. There's a dim sum place, there's a curry place, there's burger places, pasta places, pizza places, chicken and waffles, taco places. This was actually discovered by my girlfriend, Chrissy. She started looking at individual menus in this one location and finding that some of the items looked really similar. So I picked a random item from one of the restaurants that was featured here. It's a restaurant called The Codfather, and I found a beer-battered cod sandwich for $16.95. And right here it says in the description, it is a beer-battered North Atlantic cod, slaw, red and white cabbage, lemon herb aioli, and a brioche bun. So I looked at another obvious choice at the same address, at Sunset Beach Fish and Chips. And would you look at that? There's a beer battered cod sandwich for $16.95. That is a beer battered North Atlantic cod, slaw, red and white cabbage, lemon herb aioli, and a brioche bun. Interesting. Two separate restaurants on Uber Eats, appearing to be completely separate businesses, selling the same item with the same description for the same price. So I looked at another place that had a beer battered cod for $16.95, same description. And I looked at another place, and another place, and another place, until I had filled up my cart with 9 identical beer battered cod sandwiches. And I'm going to go with Chrissy to pick it up at the same exact location. That's right, we're gonna drive to one kitchen to pick up the same sandwich from 9 separate restaurants. By the way, the sandwich is $16.95 for just the sandwich. So I'm about to pay, what's that times 9? I'm going to do it in a calculator. You can't force me to do math off the top of my head. I could have done it now, but I need to find my phone. All right, so if I just do the quick math on here before fees are involved, I will be paying just $152.55 to potentially try the same sandwich 9 times. So Chrissy and I started the drive. It took about, 20 minutes to get there. God, that was beautiful. When we pulled up to the restaurant, it had the name Chibo. What confused me is that when you look it up, Chibo is a local restaurant in LA. It's been open since 2002, I believe. But when you look on Google Street View, the storefront used to say Virtual Dining Concepts, which is one of the startups in the ghost kitchen industry. Now, to be honest, as we walked up, I was a little bit nervous because I don't think one of the regular employees would care, but I also doubt somebody has ordered from 9 different restaurants with the same item. The order kind of makes it obvious what I'm doing. So I walked up to him and said, "Hi, we're picking up for like 9 orders under Eddie." And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, no problem. Do you want me to put it all in one bag? Is that okay?" So we waited for a little bit. Here's us waving, just in case we're saying hello to you, specifically watching. We're waving to you. And then finally, we got the order. So
I gotta get home.
it seems so casual. They did not care that we ordered from 9 different places and it was the exact same one. So we drove back, bags in hand, left bag hanging lower than the right bag. But before we bust these bags wide open, a quick word from our sponsor. Thank you all for coming to this press briefing today. As many of you already know, I am now the President of the United States because Joe Biden lost to me in a wager match of Overwatch 2.
All right, so you guys get the point basically. So you basically have a bunch of different restaurants using the same kitchen, okay, to make their orders, and their orders can be picked up by like an Uber driver or something like that to deliver them to people's houses. This is how lazy people have gotten. People don't even want to get their own food anymore. You know what I'm saying? So here's the deal. You got all of these people using all these businesses using the same kitchen. Do you know how much money that they're saving on rent and overhead by renting out a kitchen? You know what I'm saying? Whatever fee they're probably paying, like fees, maybe like some kind of handling fee, and they might be paying like percentage off of every item sold, which is phenomenal if you look at the overhead they're probably paying, because the average business probably around here is probably paying like for a restaurant like $6,000 or $7,000 per month. You know what I'm saying? Just to own and operate the building. That's not even counting supplies and all of that stuff. That's just like the building itself. You know what I'm talking about? But if they're using ghost kitchens, they're not paying and shelling out rent and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, the government or the state is not getting their cut. You know what I'm saying? Or they might not be getting as big of a cut as if they got a building and paid the taxes and all that stuff to get the building, and whatever per month fees that the state charges for you having a restaurant itself probably all get nullified because it's all being rolled into that one company that's doing it. That is very smart. That is a very smart way to make money. It is very intelligent. If you'd open yourself a ghost kitchen and just take like 15 to 20 different contracts, you will always have money because America is getting increasingly lazy. Just look at how people are moving. They're giving away their goddamn privacy for benefits. You know what I'm saying? Or to make their life a little easier. That is a great way for you to get paid. So any of you guys out there who want to operate in commerce and don't know what to do, that is a great idea, man. Facts. And then with that kind of money and them kind of orders you'll be rolling in, you can easily hire employees to work for you. You know, so that's just the side. And listen, you heard what he said. Most of the businesses, they have actual locations in other places, but they might want to put a ghost kitchen. Like, let's say Arby's doesn't have, let's say they don't have like a building in an area like Baltimore, for instance. Let's say they don't have one in Baltimore. All right, boom. Instead of opening the Arby's kitchen and paying the overhead and the gas and electrical and all that, we could just find a ghost kitchen, strike a contract with them and pay them or split the profits with them for them to make Arby's sandwiches. We send you all of our ingredients and you make it the Arby's way. You put it in this little bin. The driver for Uber or whatever comes, he grabs the joint and delivers it to the customer. No overhead needed. That is genius. Okay. And they starting to call these places. There's even news articles. There was a news article I saw this week. I thought I had pulled it up and put it in my my queue to share. But there's actually the news actually covered ghost kitchens, and they were talking about ghost kitchens. They made it seem, they even put like the dramatic music. You know how the news does. They put the dramatic music in the background and make it seem like it was something ominous. You know what I'm saying? Like ghost kitchens, people not having their own building but making food and delivering it to customers. Like, you know how the news does. They make it seem like it's something bad. That way people who watch it can be like, oh my goodness, we need to stop ghost kitchens. We need legislation for ghost kitchens. You know what I'm saying? Now the government's charging you. If you want to have a ghost kitchen deal, you got to get a license from the government, pay them like $20,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how many orders, they might want a percentage of that. That's all that's really happening, man. And the government definitely came out with the term ghost kitchens. So again, if you're looking for something to do and you want to get in on something and something that'll definitely work, you get yourself a ghost kitchen, open that bad boy up. You know what I'm saying? Go through the state, register with them and all that stuff, and you can go ahead and contract out to these other companies. That's a great way to do it if you want to operate in commerce. I'm thinking about doing this, to be honest, but it's a good way to distribute questionable food. Jab bug. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's 100% true. You know what I'm saying? That is a fact right there. That is a fact. Mr. Beast does ghost kitchens. Somebody said something about Mr. Beast doing ghost kitchens. I got something for you to look up and talk about. Rule 2.13 that New York reinstated December 3rd. What is that Rule 2.13 about again? I think I actually read about that this or last week. What was that rule about again? Brush me up on that. They do have ghost kitchens, TGIF here in Virginia. Jack in the Box should open up a ghost kitchen in Virginia. Yeah. Imagine if you operate a ghost kitchen, you can make and sell Chick-fil-A on Sundays. Yo, I do believe that the Chick-fil-A mafia will send somebody to your house if you sell Chick-fil-A on Sundays. Yo, the Chick-fil-A mafia will come to your house with a Bible and full holy attire and a big ass thing of holy water, and they will proceed to strike you in the head with a rock while reading off a passage from the Bible and then sprinkling holy water on you for even thinking of selling Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how they move. You know what I'm talking about? Even though the Sabbath is supposed to be Saturday, but that's the holy day. Whole nother conversation. Mr. Beast made a restaurant that microwave pre-made dinners and delivered just to see if he could. Interesting. He said microwaved pre-made dinners. Disrespectful. God damn it. Exactly. You will come missing if Chick-fil-A is sold on. You better not sell nothing at all on a Sunday when it comes to Chick-fil-A, man. For real. You cannot do it on a Sunday. Absolutely not. You can't do it. They do not break that rule whatsoever. So yeah, you mess around if you want. They'll come get you. But yes, indeed. So that is what the ghost kitchens are about. So basically, what have we learned? Ghost means the state or the federal government is not getting a proportionate cut in their eyes of what you're making. Because right now the state is getting shorted because everything is running out of one kitchen. The kitchen is paying one property tax or taxes for commerce, one business license. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not gonna say one business license because all of these other places have to have business licenses as well. Whatever other fees are associated with running a restaurant, the taxes and all that stuff that are involved with it. They're only getting that from the one restaurant. They're not getting any of that from the other spots in that particular place. You know, so they're going to change that pretty soon. But, man, get while the getting's good type deal. But my man made a good point. You be out there distributing the bull crap. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's move on, shall we? All right. Now let's talk about ghost cars. What are ghost cars, you ask? That is a great question.
Now to a crackdown on what's called ghost cars, vehicles with fake or covered license plates that make it hard for police to track down or collect unpaid tolls. In recent years, there has been a surge in people driving with phony license plates, and they're increasingly used by criminals to make it harder for police to track them down. Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Charlesworth went with the NYPD looking for those cars, and it didn't take long to find them.
Burglaries, shootings and shots fired, fraudulent plates.
Staten Island NYPD officers handcuffing and confiscating say this is about consequences.
We're going to send a message out there that that's not going to be tolerated.
We rode along as police arrested people with fake tags, drivers led away in handcuffs, and their car taken by police. 3 were pulled almost immediately.
With these paper plates, it's a ghost car. We don't know who it's coming back to.
We rode with Staten Island police in the 121 to see how many fake tags are out there. Police here have made twice as many arrests this year, 45 over last.
My officers, the highway officers, while on the highway, could spot a fraudulent paper plate from 5 car lengths away.
Once police were sure a temporary plate was phony or reused, expired, or repurposed, all of which is against the law, they made an arrest.
Red light cameras, speed cameras, not paying for the toll as they go through.
This one was a New Jersey plate that's not supposed to expire until January next year. Sometimes these are organized crime people. Other times they're just people who bought it online and are very embarrassed.
They'll fess right up. I bought it online.
And this is not just highway robbery, stealing by not paying tolls. So this is organized crime doing this.
Yes, it is. Taking catalytic converters.
Now, peep it out. Peep out the slander. This is what the news does, right? So they basically setting the stage. What are ghost cars? Okay, boom. Ghost cars are people that have fraudulent plates, quote unquote fraudulent plates. They have you know what I'm saying, the temp tags that expired, or they might make a temp tag, because I've seen people ride around with made up temp tags and stuff like that. That's what they do, right? So then check this out. Boom. Situation where they set the stage, and then they say, oh, well, what are people doing with these? They're not paying tolls and fees. Oh, well, the average viewer's like, okay, well, why is that such a bad idea? Oh, those people are involved in illegal activity. It's organized crime. And here we go with this bullshit.
Stealing vehicles from people's driveways.
We saw those burglaries that led to cars that were in the driveway. So they pull up with a fraudulent plate in the back in a car that was previously stolen, do a burglary.
All right, so he's saying people who steal cars, people who steal catalytic converters, people who do burglaries are basically using those tags in order to get away. Now, I'm not disputing the fact that that may have happened a couple times, all right? But let's keep it 100%, all right? What they're not telling you is more and more people are exercising their right to travel, and they're using private plates. That's what they're not telling you, and they won't tell you that. And we know that. You know what I'm saying? But the average layman that doesn't know anything about any of that stuff. So when they see a private plate, oh, that's a ghost plate, or that's a ghost car. You know what I'm saying? They must be committing a crime. Let's call the police on them. You know how the Karens are, man, and how they operate.
For high-end cars.
In 45 minutes, 3 fake plates were detected and 3 drivers arrested.
It goes grand larcenies, burglaries, catalytic converter thefts, but it also goes even deeper to our shootings and our violence. So it's something we take very seriously.
All right, so that's how they moving. Now, look, keep in mind, right? They put this article out. This article was put out 3 days ago, right? Now, we just literally saw a article. They were basically saying that they're gonna start charging people to use the roads $15 a day to use the roads for. It's a congestion fee in the city. Okay. So they're gonna start. So now they're putting up more cameras to charge you more money, and you better not dare have a ghost car. Don't you dare duck this fee we're trying to smack you over the head with because the goddamn country's broken. We need your energy and we need to send your money over there to the damn Ukraine and all these other places that have nothing to do with you, Israel. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Where they can come and take you and put you in quarantine without due process, etc. Oh yeah, I did read about that. Yeah, I did read about that. That's crazy. But again, you got to read what them statutes say. Them statutes literally say persons. None of them statutes say people, men or women. Them statutes say persons. All right. And let's not forget all of these statutes and codes, they all fall underneath Article 1, which is commercial. It's all commerce. You know what I'm saying? So if you have your status corrected properly and you go through the right channels and processes, and not just that, you got to have your knowledge on point too. Because if you correct your status and you don't know nothing and they start asking you questions, you're going to say the wrong stuff. You know what I'm saying? You also got to know what you're talking about. Chick-fil-A has more drugs. Listen, Chick-fil-A is crazy. I used to eat Chick-fil-A back in the day, man. Chick-fil-A was crazy. I used to go hard back in the day. But bro, I started to notice if you eat Chick-fil-A like 2 days in a row, you will get sick. Your body needs to detoxify itself immediately because you're putting too much garbage in your body from eating that mess. So unregistered with the states. Listen, and here's the thing. And Wolf has been telling you guys this for a while now, and I'm gonna reiterate because I saw it with my own eyes. There is in your statutes with your Department of Motor Vehicles, you got to find the statutes, okay? But there is a way that you can exercise your right to travel without registering with the state in the statutes. We already know what the Supreme Court has said, okay? We already know what the some federal court cases have said, okay? Again, they're not going to make announcements about when they change these laws so that you can do what you got to do and not have to deal with these police officers. You're not going to get a notification for that. You got to get in the statutes and you got to read them. You know what I'm saying? You can look up a lot of times it'll say something about non-resident. Non-resident is the term, quote unquote, for nationals, state citizens with a capital S and a capital C, of course. You know what I mean? These things you have to find in the statutes. They're not always going to jump out and point them to you. So that's going to have to be something that you read into, but they're there because lo and behold, I saw that damn thing myself in the Maryland statutes. I was like, yo, no way. But there's a certain way it has to be done so you don't have to deal with the bullshit. Well, there's a certain way it has to be done so that if they try some stupid shit, you got them dead to rights to the fact where it's like, yo, they're going to be begging you for mercy type deal because it's in their statutes that they're trying to uphold. Police only understand statutes. They don't know law. They know statutes and codes and ordinances. That's all police really know. That's what they're trained. And they're trained that that's law. You know what I'm saying? So, but we already know what the law of the land is. The law of the land is the Constitution. Personal VTOL, next big thing. 5 years, it'll be as common as Wi-Fi VTOL. They can't even take your kids out of They can even take your kids out of their homes without parents' permission. Well, first off, if you have kids, you already in the wrong. Okay? If you got kids, you already in the wrong because kids is baby goats. So if you got kids, if you calling your children kids, you already fucked up. And they can regulate that. You know what I'm saying? Because they regulate cattle per se. You know what I'm saying? So if you calling your children kids, you calling them baby goats, you done already fucked up. You know what I mean? You gotta watch your tongue, man. I cannot find these statutes in Ohio. Oh, they there, bro. They there. You gotta check you gotta look up the non-residents or foreign. Listen, the Foreign National Police Policy 1113 for Baltimore is that's one of the pieces of it, all right? Because that's got to do with you as a national. You know what I'm saying? You're not a U.S. citizen. Therefore, you are a national and you're foreign to their jurisdiction. Okay? So that would classify you as a foreign national. One of the definitions under the Foreign National Police Policy 1113 of Baltimore says foreign national is anyone who's not a U.S. citizen. Okay? It's that simple. It's literally right there, you know. And if you get pulled over, a lot of times you can give the police officer the foreign national police policy and they'll read it like, damn, I didn't even know this was a thing. And they'll call their backup and send their sergeants on it, and their sergeants will read it. It might take them about 15 minutes to comb through it, but they'll get through it. And a lot of times, you know, if everything works out smoothly, which I can't always promise you guys, the police officer's not going to be a dick, because we know there's dickheads out there. Not always, though. Some of them are cool. But, you know, they comb through and they say, all right, well, it looks like he's doing what he's supposed to do. My man's got his stuff this way, you know, as per the statute says. He's got the foreign national police policy. He don't have a driver's license contract with the state. He good money. That's how it should go anyway. Notice of intent to sue, non-commercial. Word. Facts. Or get it. You can do a DOT number too. You can do that also. That's another way you can do it. You can do a Department of Transportation number. Yeah, some people do that, but I have heard about people getting their plate snatched even with the DOT number. You know, just because you get a federal plate, again, police officers don't even know federal law. I shared that video, which got about 3,000 views. So those of you who haven't seen that video, I shared on my channel, where the guy actually imported his Lamborghini from I think it was United Arab Emirates or something like UAE or something. He actually imported his Lamborghini. Where the hell was he at? Was he in Mississippi? I can't remember where the hell he was. Somewhere not too far from Canada though. So he imported his Lamborghini to the United States of America. He was doing a road trip. So my man said, all right, I'm gonna take my Lambo from Canada into the United States of America and then loop back around into Canada. So he was gonna hit a few spots. You know what I'm saying? When you got that UAE oil money, you know what I mean? You got a Lambo. You got money to fly your Lambo over here and insure the joint to travel on the roads of the United States of America. You know, you can make that happen. So again, the police officer, this guy was operating strictly off federal statutes, and he was a foreign national because he had his foreign national United Arab Emirate plates on the back of his car. Okay, he had his shit insured, and he had his international driver's license, and he had his original license from the UAE. So it had all the Arabic writing on it, I believe, or something like that. Listen, don't call me a dickhead for not knowing the language, but it probably had, I didn't see his license, but it probably had Arabic writing on there. The police officer didn't know what the hell was going on. Now, he wouldn't admit that. He was like, I know exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I know what's happening. You need a license, and you need to have your car registered. And he said, well, actually, I have the statute right here, and I have the agreement between the United States of America and the UAE. So the police officer didn't overstep, because I think he kind of knew he'd be in some hot goddamn water. Like, yo, now, because you wanted to overstep and put your hands on this guy from UAE, now we don't have any oil. Thanks a lot, asshole. You know, that type of deal. You know, I told that joke last week, but it's still funny to me. But, you know, but nah, the police officer had no idea about federal any of the federal laws. He only knows about statutes, because that's what they're trained to basically live and die on, them statutes. Even over the Constitution, to them, statutes override the Constitution too. They don't know the difference. You know, and it's because a lot of them don't take any additional steps to learn anything outside of what they see on their job. Which one of their oaths of office, because I actually got the oaths of office for Maryland State Police here, and one of their oaths of office actually is for them to continue to learn, even when they're off duty or when they're not being taught by their instructors. They're supposed to continue to learn on the job experience on their own as well, and they're supposed to be able to apply it. You know, that's what they're supposed to do. But again, you know, when you just go to work and you just clock in and clock out and you don't care about learning anything else, you don't learn nothing else. This is why I make my own food grocery purchase. Every ingredient isn't some hyper polysyllabic crap made in a stainless steel bin. 100%. 100% VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing. Yeah, that's I know about the VTOL. Yeah, VTOL. What is it? A military ship? But what are you talking about in terms of the VTOL? Parent is also a commercial term. Yep, pair who rents. Yep. That's true. Facts, but you know not everyone is on what we on. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, we got to try to wake up as many people who are ready to learn. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, if you got your correct liens in place, you know, you got your notices in the public already. It already is what it is. Children are nationals. They can't just take them unless knowledge isn't met. Right. Agreed. What's up, man? Random question. What do you think about celebrities and athletes gesturing one eye symbol when they pose for photos? I mean, I think it's a big club and you ain't in it, man. To be honest, listen, listen. The more and more I get into this whole celebrities thing, the more and more I'm starting to see these people ain't actually really talented. Like a lot of these motherfuckers, you'd be surprised what the think tank is like. A lot of them dudes you knew that was nice, that used to rap and stuff like that, and you could have sworn they was going to be big. You know what I'm saying? You see them doing well later on, but they're not famous. Yo, a lot of them dudes is ghostwriters, bro. A lot of those people write for those singers and stuff. You can look at what happened with Milli Vanilli back in the day, how they got exposed. You know, they was on stage and they got all kinds of awards, man, accolades. They was on shows, man. They was the pop sensation. You know what I'm saying? You had a light-skinned dude with locks and you had a dark-skinned dude with locks. You know what I'm saying? They both was models, I believe, and women loved them. You know, women were head over heels for Milli Vanilli. You know what I'm saying? So what actually ended up happening was they on stage and they got the rug pulled from underneath their feet. Now I'm not sure why it happened, but you know, they were lip syncing and they got exposed. So once they got exposed for lip syncing them, and they lost everything, bro. One of them even killed themselves. But this makes me go back and think like, yo, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these mofos probably ain't really talented, man. They just put there because of whatever status they got. Some of these people are related to people. You know what I mean? You got to remember the 13 original colonies at this country, when the United States of America actually started, physically started itself, under the Constitution and everything, not the Articles of Confederation. We all know there was a civilization here before that. Not that. I'm talking about the actual Constitution itself. When that bad boy started, right? You had situations where these people who came and took over certain places of land or something like that, they had children, bro. And all of them might not be famous. You know, you might not recognize all of them. And then some of them from England and stuff like that in other countries. This is a melting pot. You can have people from famous in Asia. You know, they can send their relatives over here and they could become like a real known pop singer, but it's the bloodline is quiet. Like, yo, these are the people that are basically of status and such. These people are all connected. The reason why they're doing this, again, it's a big group of you ain't in it type deal. You know, now some of these people are actually talented. Some of them might not even be necessarily conventionally what we call human. Who knows? You know, we need some Dicenian glasses to see that, right? How do I get a DOT number? I couldn't even tell you. I don't have a DOT number. I didn't mess with the DOT number. If you need to get a DOT number, you need to go over to Fearless Floyd's channel. And he actually broke it down. I think Wolf has a real good one too. But I never actually got the DOT joint. I never did that. I have a US DOT number, Dark County, Ohio, threatened to tow. Ohio, yeah. I mean, listen, I told y'all, man. That's how they move. You know what I mean? That is how they move, indeed. You know, but that's, you got to find them statutes, man. You got to find a statute that basically puts you in the right path. Drake ghostwrite. Man, Drake had a ghostwriter, Quentin Miller, and all he did was fire Quentin Miller and hire another one. You know what I'm saying? That dude ain't. Nah, he not the guy, man. Drake is not naturally talented. Jag holds the tribunal for Katie Hobbs and Gitmo. This is a serious one that you may take interest in at some point. Okay, hit my email on that, man. Give me some info on there in the email. All right. Let's move on, shall we? All right. So let's talk about this right here. Because I want to bring this to your attention in case you guys don't know. So peep this out. This is called it's actually an American island, okay? That only have 560, it only has 561 residents. But peep out the secrecy of this.
Inside the richest zip code in America. It's so secure it can only be reached by boat or helicopter, and it has virtually no crime. That's because it's a man-made private island with only 561 people living on it. It has the highest per capita income of any place in the United States. The average cost of a condo on the island is $3.2 million, but you'll first have to pay an initial $250,000 membership fee to even get on the island. You'll also have annual dues of $22,000 a year and a homeowners association fee of $30,000 a year. The island has 2 marinas, but a boat slip will cost you a minimum of $125,000 a year, with some going into the millions. The private beaches here get their sand imported from the Bahamas. There's a ferry that runs 24/7, but it's mostly used by workers because the island is its own small town with a supermarket, schools, restaurants, golf courses, spas, a theater, and so much more. You'll need to get a security clearance before having a shot of getting onto the island because it's known to be an exclusive.
So listen, I shared that with you guys basically to put y'all on point. Yo, if y'all got any more information on that right there, please email me because I want to know where that place is and I want to do more research on it. But yo, that place supposedly has you can't even go there unless you got like a security clearance. You know what I'm saying? And you got to pay all them expensive ass fees to even be a quote unquote resident on the island. My only question is, well, I got a few questions, but one of them is where the people living at that work for them. You know what I'm saying? Because the people, they can't be balling out of control. Where the people live at that work there. You know what I'm saying? And listen, how many people always wondered where a lot of these, you know, actors and such that quote unquote kick the bucket, where they go at? You know what I'm saying? Where do them people go at? You know, once their job or their role has been filled, you know what I mean? And they disappear from the public, where do they go? Where do they go? You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying it's this place, of course, but if this place can go around moving like this in the private, it's a private man-made island. How many more of them are out there that we don't know about that are basically American islands? You know what I'm saying? Privately owned American islands. How many more of them are there? You know? Questions. Questions. And let's not even get into what actually takes place on the island because we have no idea. Well, we have an idea, but we don't know for sure. You know what I mean? She said it looks like the E word island, the E guy. Yeah. But those are only 2 though. If those are 2 we know about, how many more of them are out there that we don't know exist? You know what I'm talking about? Crazy when you start thinking about it like that. No, he's an actor. Oh, absolutely. Go to Fearless Floyd. Make sure it's registered non-commercial. Answer is no to everything. There you go. Fearless Floyd will steer you in the right place 100%. Hit the like button, y'all. Yo, stay up on the likes, man. I can't check it right now. Stay up on the likes, so I'm going to trust y'all to hit that like button. I ain't going to drill you today. Hit the like button. All right. What is next? Okay, so this guy right here, he wanted to go shopping. If I can find the damn thing. Here we go. All right, so this guy wanted to do some shopping. All right, so he found a store that moves in. Now, this isn't a store where you have to put your palm on the joint and it reads your palm. It doesn't look like he didn't do that on this one. Okay, not to say that it's not an option on that machine because it is. It looks like one of them machines where it's possible, but he elected not to do that. So peep it out.
Try to check this out. Look, here's a store in the Las Vegas airport, Amazon store. Watch this. So to enter, I could just put my credit card in, right? Boom. I walk into the store. Then I just grab this water. Boom, grab the water, and I walk out of the store. That's it. And that's all. Now, I want y'all, everybody who will work at the convenience stores, at the gas stations, the airports, all that type of stuff, realize how technology is coming to replace your job, right? So 20 years ago, it might have been maybe 4 people working at the damn store in the airport, but now it's one lady who just kind of teaches people how to do it, and that's it, right? They got all the technology they need to know that I walked out with this, and they're just gonna charge me for it. So if you work some of them jobs that are like low skilled, you need to start getting your skills. Technology is coming to replace everybody, right? Everybody who has low skill jobs, it's coming. It's coming, bro. It's coming. That shit is insane. Time to get right. Humans argue for pay raise, which they should get. Humans need to do this, need to do that. They're late. They get stuck in traffic. Humans are the liability, right? But now we have technology that's replacing the humans. So my advice is start learning you a skill, start learning you a trade. Don't just sit back and let this shit happen.
There you go. That's what I've been telling you guys for the longest time. My man just dropped the gold on you guys. Get into a trade. All my young fellas out there, man, you know, if you're working one of them jobs that you know damn well ain't going nowhere, even if you become the manager, you still ain't gonna be making enough, man. You need to get out there and get yourself a trade, man, for real. You know, get out there and get yourself a hands-on trade. Let's go back to the old school days of men being able to work with their hands. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to that because listen, these jobs that don't require any skills are slowly starting to disappear. You know what's interesting on another subject? Some of the Royal Farms gas stations I go to recently, I've been noticing less and less people using the kiosks to check out. More and more people are just going to the register. You know what I'm saying? I think the last 4 or 5 times I've been in there, I might have seen 1 or 2 people using the kiosk, but a line of people standing behind me because, you know, I don't use them shits. I go right to the mofo on the end and I just have him bring me up. You know what I mean? Anytime I come in there, they know to get your ass on that register because I'm not using that garbage. But yeah, I'm starting to see more and more incidences of people not using them joints, which is very interesting. Very interesting thing there. It's very interesting, you know, because before I've discovered that, you know, that you can go right on the end, people were just lining up using the kiosk, you know. There you have it. But yo, the cashless society and all that good stuff, that's coming. It's already here, really. You know what I mean? It's still cash, but they trying to set the storm front basically. And it's up to us because they need us to comply with it, you know. And like I said, man, get yourself some cash, bruh. Go spend some cash, man. Take your change that you get from the end of the day in your pocket, whatever change you got left, put it in one of them giant you know, those big water jugs that they had the upside down jug, and you'll see those in office buildings where they have the upside down clear blue water jugs and the water will come through, whatever, water dispensers. Take one of them empty jugs and just drop your change in there every time. You got some extra 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, whatever. If you balling out of control one day, drop a 20 in there. You drop some coins in the joint, you know, collect that joint for like 2 years and watch how much money you actually accumulate. Watch how much Federal Reserve notes, rather, you actually accumulate. And you can take it to like a coin store. You can even take it straight to the bank and just have them cash it out for you. You know, you could even turn it into Goldbacks. You know, turn it into cash, deposit the cash, turn it into Goldbacks. You know what I'm saying? Up to you. Lots of ways you can move. Get the DOT from DMV. The DOT from DMV. What are you talking about? 20 years ago, it was supposed to be brought to us by AT&T. Word. I am a master welder carpenter. I had the status for 20 years in the Iron Workers Union. Fire. Retired from the public. Nice. Amazon has got that video cashless. Amazon Go has that video cashless. Word. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's the times is definitely changing. All right, so we at 124. Okay, let's go ahead and do we're gonna do one more video and I'll drop the link in the chat. Let's talk about this gentleman right here. So this guy built his own flying device with a chair. This gentleman took a giant fan and strapped it to a chair and then got a parachute and a GoPro camera on a selfie stick and got busy. And my man is literally probably 17,000 feet from the floor, from the ground.
All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be an absolute insane day. My goal is to fly as high as I can until I pretty much run out of fuel. I'm just outside of the ring, so I'm allowed to go all the way up to 18,000 feet. My goal is 17,500 feet today. We got a decent amount of cloud coverage. I mean, I've never actually got to fly through a cloud yet.
No, he said he's right outside of the ring. Does anybody know exactly what he's talking about? Is he talking about a no-fly zone?
When I was looking on Google Maps as to where I was going to take off from, none of these houses were built yet. So I'm going to take off from right here. It's no wind right now. I'm going to try to kind of like head towards these houses over here, and I should be able to easily get off the ground way before those houses. So yeah, I got all of my clothes. I'm going to be wearing all my winter gear right here. Got my snowboarding coat, my snowboarding pants, snowboarding hat. I got my, I don't know where the heck my mitts are. My mitts. Got Mr. Mitts here. We got the 185 with a full, not full, but we got 9.75 liters of gas. I'll probably touch up with you guys once I get all clothed up and either nail this landing or nail this takeoff or not nail this takeoff. So, all right, guys, we got the bag situated, got the coat, got the hat, got the helmet, got the GoPro selfie stick, got the wing all laid out, got the motor ready to go, got the film crew over here ready to watch the takeoff and disappear right into those clouds. So this is about to be, is still around my neck. This is about to be an absolute epic, insane, memorable flight. It's probably going to take me around 2.5 hours. So I'm going to be hungry and probably have to pee by the time I get back down. So let's go. Let's start off for the first goal of hitting 14,000 feet, and then we'll see how we feel from there. All right. Hopefully we don't botch this takeoff again. All right. Come on. The thermals are kind of bad up here, but not horrible. No planes around, wing looks good. This end of the lake over here, so outside of the airspace. The airspace literally is coming right through the middle of this lake, right over here. All the thermals are now gone that I'm over the lake. You guys, once I get to about, I don't know, let's say, what are we at right now? 2,000? I'll hit you guys back up once we get to 5,000 feet. Guys, I'm about to be going through my first cloud ever. I'm not trying to literally go through it, so I'm going to try to go around the perimeter of it. But this is so sick! Oh my god, I haven't gone through a cloud yet ever, and I don't plan on doing it because you're not really supposed to. That's probably another 1,000 feet up. Where we're at right now. We're at 4,500 feet. You guys can see that. I wonder how long we're into this flight. Doesn't tell me yet. My ground speed is 35 miles an hour. Oh my god. This is literally the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Holy crap! This is wild. Let's turn around a little bit. Oh my god. Alright guys. Let's see what my altitude's at. My hand's actually starting to get a little cold here.
Yo, let's just take a moment to respect how brave this mofo is. Look at this. This is insane. You can't even see people no more at this height. This is wild. You can't even see automobiles anymore. My man is out there.
All right, guys. I think we are coming up on the 10,000 foot mark. We are 9,800 feet.
and it is getting chilly. I wish it had temperature, man. It is cold up here. Come out, baby. For once, we are in legal airspace, as you can see. I'm outside of that last big circle. 99.
Yo, so question: if you accidentally fly in the restricted air zone, and you got a contraption like he has, do they just fire like a missile to knock you out of the sky? Like, how does that work? You know what I'm saying? Yo, because I have an aircraft per se. Well, I guess it can be technically an aircraft, but do they like blow your ass out of the sky, or do they like, you know what I'm saying? Would they do some grimy shit like fly a jet right over top with the straps on, where the parachute is, knock you out the sky? You know what I mean? Or how would that work? I'm curious to know how that will work.
10,000 feet. That took us half an hour to get to 10,000 feet. Let's see how much longer it takes me to get to 15,000. Well, guys, we're at 13,200 feet. It's definitely getting a little bit, you can definitely tell the air is definitely leaning out up here, and it's getting a little bit harder to breathe. But nothing too serious, but look how nuts this is. Oh my God. We're climbing at about, what are we climbing at? 3 miles an hour altitude climb, of course. 20 miles an hour ground speed. I've covered 15,000 feet. My speed right now is 29 miles an hour. So we're gonna get to 15,000. We're gonna see how I feel. I don't know. I'm starting to get really cold.
We had some people in the comments. They were like, "Yeah, all these dumbass flat earthers, such and such, such and such." And it was like, "Yo, you can see the curvature right there, yo." And he was like, "Nah, that's a fisheye lens, bro. That's a fisheye lens. There's no curvature."
So we'll see how we feel at 15,000 and how my breathability is. All right, guys. It is freezing up here. We are at give me any second now. We have now hit 15,000 feet. We're right about an hour and 9 minutes into my flight. And it is effing cold up here, dude. Holy shit. It is freezing. I'm not gonna lie, I am freezing.
14 degrees. What the hell?
Definitely have a nominal bit of oxygen up here. But worst case scenarios, you pass out, you got plenty of time to glide until you come to, right? So I think we're gonna call it at 17,000. But we're gonna make it there and see how I feel. So I gotta get my hands back in my glove. I'm absolutely freezing. Guys, here we go. We're about to cross through 17,000 feet. This is insane. Oh my God, this is so wild. Here we go, buddy. 17,000. 17,000 freaking feet. I'm so cold up here, guys. Like, look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. Well, guys, if this isn't the most epic thing I've ever done, I'm a little short on breath right now, but we are literally at 17,500 feet. 17,500 feet. Would you get a look at this real quick? Like, I'm never doing this again. I'm not coming this time. I saw like 3 jets. I see one right now, literally. This is nuts, man. There's Chippewa Lake right there. And, the park I took off from is right there. So, yeah, we're already at 16,000 feet falling pretty quick. So, this is just absolutely beautiful. There's another jet right up there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's probably too small. But I am definitely short of breath up here, and this was probably the gnarliest thing I did. I flew like right above the cloud, man. Like, I am freezing right now, but thank you, God, for creating this earth. This is so beautiful. This is literally the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like, it doesn't get better than this. Look at this. So, yeah, absolutely freaking amazing. I am so blessed to be able to do this, man. So freaking blessed. We got a lot of ground to cover on the way down, but we'll get down here eventually. So, as long as the landing's safe, we'll conclude it once we get a little bit lower. Too bad I'm not Tucker Gott, so I can actually be doing some wingovers to drop some altitude a little bit quicker. But honestly, I just can't feel my hands, so I am so ready to go all the way back down to the ground. So I will catch you guys for the landing. Land as close as I can to it.
Oh, you know how much skills you gotta have to be able to land in the same area you took off in? Like my dumb ass would have landed in like another state accidentally. I would have landed in goddamn Texas. Like, what the hell?
Perfect.
I need to ride back home. Insane.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen.
My man did that though. Much respect. He did that, man. He did that. Hey, that's a level of bravery I have not seen in a very long time. But that is some fire right there, man. Yes, indeed. He didn't bang the firmament though. He didn't hit the firmament. All right, where we at here with the comments? Okay, he says, no fly zone. Yeah, right. And that's probably heavy air traffic and military, whatever type stuff. They just need a little bit of info to get the number. What are you talking about, man? Looks like Tucker Gott. He the man for Paramotor for sure. Sounds like he's trying to start a leaf blower. Yeah, he had like a little contraption, man, but it worked. It got him back. It got him out there, and it got him back safely. So, and what can you really say to the man? You know what I'm saying? He did that. I've been 10K feet on a powered parachute. Fire. Grew up with several modes of flight, up to a 2-seater Cessna. See, I never was really, the only flight I really did was on them commercial aircrafts. I never really did any other kind of cool stuff like that. Even though I went skydiving from 12K feet. That is dope. That is dope. Honestly, you feel safer in air than ground. I haven't. I can't say that I have. I mean, I'm not terrified when I'm on a plane or nothing like that, but I can't say that in that position I would feel safer, in the air than on the ground. No, you don't need a license to fly them. I will too. You need to know some FAA rules. Okay. Yeah, I figure for something like that, you need to know, you know what I'm saying, the air jurisdiction, because that's a whole nother animal. And somebody said they would send fighter jets or something like that. I believe he doesn't come up on radar or send jets to confirm what he is. Right. They'll send fighter jets to come get you. You know what I'm saying? But like, they had to really wait for you to land because they can't really make you land. You know what I'm saying? If you just rolled out and just started flying off, they can't really stop you from flying. I'm pretty sure they got something out there for that though. Take you in the custody or something. They will send a fighter jet to guide you back down in his case. Yep. Oxygen getting thin at that altitude. Right, 100%. I said the same thing at 10K on one. Not doing this one again. That's crazy. Hey, respect that though, man. Yes, indeed. That shit was fire, man. Respect to him. Respect to that man, because that was bravery that many of us aspire to have. But that is very dope, man. Very dope indeed. Sure was. Sure was. All right, let's go ahead and drop this link here. We're coming up at about a hour 40. Anybody who wants to hop on and drop a few words of wisdom can do so. The link is in the chat. Link in the chat. Yes, indeed. We got the holidays coming up next week. You know what I'm saying? We should still be God willing, we should still be live and direct next Sunday. I'll be dropping more videos during the week, of course, to let you guys know what stuff I stumble across. What I've been doing now, which seems to work, you guys seem to like a lot. I'll drop like clips of videos right on my channel of stuff that I see. You guys seem to like those because they're quick. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to stay on them for like an hour like we do this show right here. The shorter videos people seem to like and check out. So we'll do that too. You know, if you guys have any recommendations, man, feel free to reach out, email me, because at the end of the day, you know, you guys being the viewers, man, it really matters what you guys want to see. You know what I'm talking about? What you guys want to see, what you guys are interested in is important. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing this for you guys. All right, so we got nobody that wants to get on. We can cut it short tonight then, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, it is A6, the Foreign National Born Natural, live and direct, live in effect. Again, God willing, we'll be here next Sunday doing the same thing. You guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, man. Eat your vitamins and do all that good stuff. Obey the Most High. The Most High will take care of you. Show no fear. Be brave. And most definitely, he says they want to get too close. What? They want get too close in a plane to you. It could crash you, but believe me, they won't have to get close. Your land with minimal cost. Yeah, 100%. Yo, let me see what this is about because I feel very uncomfortable right now, type of deal. But yes, indeed, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will be live this next Sunday, hopefully. And this week I'll be dropping more videos. So you guys take care of yourselves. Remember, the path of freedom is through our bravery, and there are no problems, only solutions. Until then, take care. Peace out.